It's a dead end.
It's not a dead end. We just have to get out and walk.
Where, Tess?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I think it's through here. Thanks for the help, by the way.
Look, I know you're upset. We both are. Let's just get in, see what we can find about Pierre, and get out. Before I change my mind.
Agreed.
It looks like we finally made it to the houseboat we saw in the picture, most likely owned by the mystery man, aka Pierre Lautrec. Whatever we find here better be worth it. The water's gone out.
Lautrec! That's the name of the mystery man. Think he's got mail? Guess we'll never know. It's locked anyway.
Maybe that's for the best. Tampering with other people's mail is illegal.
And yet we're going to go walking around his house. We found a mailbox labelled Lautrec. We can't get into it though. Mum says it would be illegal, but let's quit a talk. Yeah, it is. Let's go find a key. We're already breaking the law anyway by going into somebody else's property. This does not look safe. Oh my god. Find anything here? I'm just going to throw that. I don't know why she turned around to pick things up. It's weird. Oh, don't pick up a knife. You don't want your mum thinking you're going to attack her. Okay, what's that there? Oh, fishing lures. It's a key or something we need.
Pierre! Pierre was here.
Looks like we're on the right track.
I can't read them though for some reason. I'll zoom in and read them. Please remember, this is a shared facility for all residents who fish off their boat or the dock. If you borrow equipment to clean or prepare your catch, return it to its storage space in an orderly fashion. And if you clean your catch on the workbenches here, please clean up thoroughly before retiring for the evening. We all rely on one another's consideration to keep the fishing shack in good shape. This means you, Pierre. Oh dear. All dock vessels must remove prior to October the 1st, 1974 due to the scheduled completion of the St. Jude River Dam. Oh, that's what happened then. The river dam ended up... they had to move the boat because there weren't going to be any water here.
How are we supposed to get on board?
Maybe there's something around here we can use.
We're going to get across the boat, but if we try to jump that gap we'll break our shin bones. Maybe there's something around here that we can use to get across. Boat? Oh yeah, plank.
This is so stupid. We're trespassing. We need to go back home.
But
What if you fall off and break your neck, Tess? Or who knows what's even in that boat? Or if the floorboards are all rotted, or...
But we're already here. And the trailer home...
Mobile home.
The mobile home was fine. I just think... If we go back now, what's the point? Don't you want to know what happened to Grandma? To find Pierre?
Okay, fine. You stay here. and I'll see what I can find.
No, you can't go in without me.
Don't tell me what I can't do, Tess. No matter how grown up you think you might be, I'm still your mother.
You're right. I'm sorry. We've done all of this so far together. I just don't want to give that up.
All right, we'll do it together, but I should go first.
No, I should go.
No way, what if you fall off?
I could say the same to you. I should go first. I'm not gonna let my poor, aged mother walk across a rickety bridge before I'm sure it's safe.
Let's flip a coin. Call it heads or tails.
Tails. I won!
Just be careful and stay away from the edge.
Alright. Show your beans. See, absolutely fine. I could go backwards and forwards. So this is the boat. So I just saw a hey mum.
Quite the party boat Pierre had going on here.
No kidding.
I kind of want to clean up the rest of these.
Ugh, why?
Aren't you always talking about how important it is to recycle? What if a sea turtle gets caught in them?
That happens with six-pack rings for cans. These are bottles, and this is a river. And there's no water.
Nevertheless,
Is that way? I'm gonna go in there in a sec. I want to go around here first though. I just had to see the water all gone. Ah, you can see we can descend the ladder. Let's go upstairs first. Should have brought a torch. Pick up a letter. I was surprised to receive another letter from you so soon. A houseboat. It's a romantic thought living right on the water, but don't you suppose it might be a bit small for both of us and 2 children, including a teenager? Couldn't you have written to me before making this decision? We're still here waiting for the heat to die down while I'm excited to start a new life afresh. I've begun to rack up worries. How will the children react? With all they've already been through. What do you suppose my parents will think? And us just disappearing? My poor mother, she's already lost her son-in-law. Won't people come looking for us? Are you sure there's no other way?
a letter from Grandma.
Can you imagine if my mother had actually moved us up here to stay?
I'd be Canadian.
You wouldn't even exist.
Whoa. What?
Well, who knows if I would have had a daughter if my whole life had changed back then. I certainly wouldn't have met your father.
Wow. So this is like looking into an alternate reality. I'd like to live in another reality.
Like what?
One where you and Dad were still together? I mean, I just wish you two were able to work things out.
Well, it's not possible. There's no way to that reality from here.
Wow. This is from when Grandma was really young.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this one.
You look a lot like her.
Really? I always thought I looked more like my father.
Maybe you were just imagining things?
What? Oh, you mean because he might not have been my father? I suppose I can see the resemblance now that I think about it.
You have her smile.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Pick up magazine.
Wow. Cool.
Tess, don't touch that!
Why not? It's just as grimy as anything else in this boat. Plus, I want to find out what the winter campus fashions were in 1968.
You don't know where that's been.
It's literally been right here for 30 years.
I mean before that. Like... Never mind. And I think it was fringed jackets.
The winter campus fashions in 1968?
And patterned tights. But really, put that down.
It's locked. This must be where the money is.
I seriously doubt that, but regardless, we'll have to...
Can I just kick it in?
I'd say you're free to try, but I don't want you hurting yourself.
How sturdy can it be? All right, pretty sturdy.
Pierre's office, whatever's in there, could blow the lid off this whole thing. Of course it's locked because nothing's ever easy, so we have to find some sort of key or something.
Boy, really getting into the sea captain persona, aren't we? Did the boat ever even leave this dock?
Probably not. Receipt.
$3,000 for a houseboat?
Are you saying that's a lot or a little?
Little, that's really good.
A little? Only $3,000 for a boat you can live on? It's a house and a boat. That's two whole things for just $3,000. Some people don't even have one thing.
It does seem like he probably got a pretty good deal.
Do you think the boat had something wrong with it?
Maybe Pierre just drove a hard bargain.
Or we just wanting to get rid of it because of sentimental reasons? Do you want to hold on to it? Can't go down there, which means we have to go the other way. Now have to descend the other side of the boat. It's a good job I know there's ladders down here. Silent Hill, yeah, I'm definitely saying that.
Just like Silent Hill.
What?
Oh, it's this video game we played at Francine's house. It's a horror game. She really likes that stuff.
Seriously, Tess? You're thinking about video games right now?
It's foggy in the game.
Oh.
Dodge this.
Right. See, that leads to some stairs, which we couldn't get down. So, razor.
This looks intense. What's the brushy thing for?
Oh, I actually made... Oh, that's so cute.
Oh, it's for 4 players. Sorry, Pierre.
Pick up letter. Read. Please don't go on about the silly ideas in my head. My concerns are far from silly. This affects all of us. You say we'll have everything we could ever hope for, but I'm not the one who decided to run off across the border and have silly little Helen pick up her entire life and her children's lives at the drop of a hat to follow. Now, how much money was involved? Half the things that money can't buy, treasured friendships I've held since I was a girl. My relationship with my parents and siblings, satisfying work where I get to help people, my children to grow up in the loving company of their grandparents and their friends. These are the things you asked me to give up, and for what? Isolation, an unfamiliar place, a leaky boat, money to spend on what? What does it matter if everything else is lost?
You tell him, Grandma.
Yeah. Not one to mince words.
All those years of writing advice columns paid off, I guess. Kinda nice that she was thinking about you guys too, not just uprooting your life, dumping you in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. I can't imagine what it would have been like to grow up here.
You'd have to learn French.
Sacre bleu.
Oh no, it's already happening.
I kind of wanted to open the present to see what he'd got her. Read. Robbery hit again important. Local and state police are looking for a group of thieves who made off with an undisclosed amount of cash taken from Cleveland Colliers on a burglary Saturday night. According to state police, the men broke into the store around 20 past 1 a.m. They dismantled the store staff, taking the money back before fleeing. There are no witnesses. We're encouraging local businesses to deposit all cash into their banks. Oh, hang on. Is this where he got the money from?
The burglary ring! Mom, Grandma's boyfriend here was a bank robber. Why else would he have this?
Maybe my mother sent it to him
For what?
to keep him abreast of current events.
Oh, come on, Mom. Grandma had a thing going with a bank robber. How cool is that?
Well, okay, they didn't rob any banks. It was the jewelry counters at department stores and things like that.
Department store robber doesn't quite have the same ring to it.
And it wasn't robbery, it was burglary.
What's the difference?
A robbery is when you take something from someone under duress. A burglary, you take it when they're unaware. I think.
You think?
Listen, it's been a while since I've brushed up on my criminology.
And why are they so sure it was men?
What?
It says the men broke into the store, but there were no witnesses. So how do they know it was men?
You're thinking lady robbers.
Like Catwoman.
I like it. Very cinematic.
Do you think Grandma could have helped?
Are you seriously asking if I think my mother was an accomplice in all this?
Why not?
She had 2 kids at home, and I just don't see it.
Seemed like there was a lot about Grandma you weren't seeing.
Excuse me?
Am I wrong?
Maybe not.
This is getting interesting. First they find out that the dad might not be their dad. Now you find out the real dad might be a burglar. It's crazy.
Oh, you really burned through it.
I can't imagine just spending $40,000 on nothing.
Well, some of it was on this boat.
Yeah, seems like he really loved it.
Can you imagine Grandma living here?
Can you imagine August living here?
Maybe then she would have been a famous painter, because she would have, like, had to paint a bunch of stuff to make it less ugly.
For sure.
And you and Grandma would have had to fish every day.
This is a very tempting scene you're painting.
I'm imagining something like Little House on the Prairie, but on a boat.
Little houseboat on the river?
Rolls off the tongue.
It's old coffee. Oh no, this way. flashlight. Yes. No, I want that. I want the flashlight. No, pick it up. Oh, we can't use it. Oh, God's sake. I was hoping we could use that then. Obviously not. That's a fridge, isn't it? Pick up bottle. What's that? What bottle is there? Oh, ale. Oh, then there's something else here. Another receipt. God, he did like his drink.
Wow, that is a lot to spend on whiskey.
$45?
A lot for back then, I mean. Whiskey was more expensive then, too. Plus, judging from the state of this place, this was probably a reoccurring order.
Jeez, slow it down, Pierre.
I don't think he was handling my mother's change of heart too well.
With this amount of booze, it doesn't look like he was handling anything too well.
Listen, let's just get back to it. It's cold in this busted old boat.
Aha!
What's that for? Is that for the room upstairs? Talking.
Attention, every... Oh, yeah, this doesn't work. Should have seen that coming.
Yeah, she wanted to shout through it, didn't she? Of course she did. Of course she did. Pipe. Okay, let's have a look around this section. Anything here? No. That leads back up there, so yeah, we go through this door now. So we can have a look around here. Oh. Pick up letter, and there's a key there as well. I've received your latest letter. This is my final response. You say you did all this for me, but you didn't. Everything you've done, you did for yourself. You were the one who was unsatisfied with our home, our income, and always wanted more. You were the one who made the decision to get more money through reckless, illegal means. You were the one who decided to run to Canada to save your own skin. Without even telling me, so it was too late to do anything but follow along. I'm not following along anymore. You say these are your kids too. Of course they are. But they're my children as well. I'm here with them every day, comforting their grief, trying to console them over the loss of their father, trying my very hardest to keep up the ruse, but I'm getting used to it. Used to doing this on my own, used to speaking for myself, to living this new life. I'm regaining my footing. I'm starting to feel okay.
So I guess that's it? Grandma and Pierre went to all this trouble and then Grandma just changed her mind?
I think maybe she wasn't so convinced in the first place.
Well then, why string Pierre along like this for so long? He bought a boat and fixed up the kids' room and everything?
Maybe she just wasn't sure at first. Or didn't want to hurt him.
Oh yeah, I bet he felt great about reading this.
He was a criminal. And he sounds exactly like her dad.
It's like a mailbox key.
Oh, I was hoping that would turn up.
I swear, you can be so nosy sometimes.
This Pierre is starting to sound a lot like her own dad. Like running off and doing stuff to make more money. Rather than just being content with the fact that you've got a wife and kids. Let's have a look in the mailbox. It's a really cool setting though. Now, this is a really cool game story. This is what I like about games like this. The stories are always really cool. Mailbox.
Looks like Pierre tried to mail this, but he messed up the postage or something. Let's crack this bad boy open.
Wait, opening other people's mail? I don't know, Tess.
This guy was your real father, you're his next of kin, so it's fine.
If this guy was your real father, you're his next of kin, so it's fine.
Is that how that works?
Yep.
I don't know, probably. Makes sense to me.
I suppose you have a point.
Let's see what we've got here.
Read. Veto return. Okay, so it's been returned. Next. Letter. To be made concerned, I now confess my culpability for a spate of burglaries which resulted in the theft of almost $500,000. I had worked as a property inspector for Greene County for over 10 years at a poker game in 1966. I was approached by a man interested in trading blueprints and my knowledge of cash. He and a few others targeted department stores and other businesses that carried large amounts of cash overnight. This relationship developed and I became more and more involved. I was given 10% of the proceeds from the robberies in exchange for information on how they could evade detection. From the stores. As time went on, the stores they chose to hit become riskier and riskier. I had no way to back out of the arrangement as they had threatened not only my safety but that of my family's as well. That's where I had to leave. Seeing no other option, I falsified the death certificate with papers I lifted from the county office. I left my wife and daughters to cross the border under an assumed name, giving them instructions to follow me. They never did, and I regret having asked them to. What little of my stolen profits remain, I have destroyed. My wife Helen knew nothing of my crimes until it was too late. She only went along with the story of my death because she had no other choice. She is innocent. My decision to involve myself in this series of crimes was mine alone. I ask only that you leave my wife and daughters alone. This is my confession. Leonard Lambros. That was his real name.
So Pierre was my dad?
He wrote this whole confession, but it never made it. It's been here ever since.
I can't believe it.
Well, it says right there.
No, I mean rhetorically, Tess. Jeez.
Right.
I... So my mother wasn't having an affair at all. Or whatever this would have been.
Not except with Grandpa's secret identity.
So my father hadn't died when we thought he'd had a heart attack. He was just here, on this dock.
What?
We never got to know him. He was just a car ride away. August and I suffered over something that never even happened.
Yeah. I'm really sorry, Mom. For your whole life, you thought your dad had just died, and you had to live with that. That really sucks.
I can't believe I can't believe he just abandoned us. All this time, he was here. He gave up his family, his children.
For an old boat and some booze.
I wish I could have talked to him. Just one more time. And my mother living a lie for the rest of her life. I can't even imagine.
Oh, bless.
I just wish I could have talked to her about it. While she was alive.
It's really sad.
Wish it didn't turn out this way.
Yeah. If we could have just... She didn't have to carry all this alone. I can't believe she would do that to us. Lie to us her whole life.
Trying to protect you.
Why didn't she say anything? Even when we were all grown up.
Maybe she was trying to protect you.
Yeah, maybe. August was so little. But I was old enough to know the truth. I just wish we would have talked.
So, that's it? He spent all his money, tried to send this confession, and disappeared, and he never came back? Do you think he could still be alive?
I don't know. Honestly, I honestly don't care. It doesn't really matter, does it? Either way, he's gone.
You don't want to keep going? Maybe we could find...
No, I think we've found enough.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Mom.
He pretended to die. But he really just left me, like everyone else.
I didn't leave you.
Well, maybe not yet. But your dad...
I thought you said you were the one who kicked Dad out.
I mean, well, it wasn't quite like that. I guess... Listen. I'll give you the full story in the car. I'm freezing out here.
Yeah, me too.
Tess, thanks for doing this. For coming with me.
Of course.
And for pushing me to find out what happened.
Just doing my job.
I know I haven't been the best mom lately. But I am so lucky to have such an incredible, kind,
Oh, Mom.
beautiful, hardworking...
Stop. You make me cry.
just such an amazing daughter.
I love you, Mom.
I love you too, honey.
I could open there. I don't think there's anything in there. No, let's talk to Mom.
Hey, Mom. I was thinking about something. I wonder what Grandma would say about all this.
Good question. What do you think?
I don't think she'd be too happy. Now, girls, I hid those private things away so people wouldn't find them. I don't know why you couldn't leave well enough alone. Well, if you didn't want people to find it, maybe you should have gotten rid of it. Well, okay. Maybe I did want you to find it. A little bit.
So you asked about what happened with me and Dad.
Uh-huh.
Well, your dad, you know, was always looking for the next thing. Always had a new idea to try that was going to fix all his problems, our problems. And for a while, it was the video store. And then that sales thing, and then he decided that he was going to be a professional poker player.
Is that what you meant by full-time gambler?
Yeah. I mean, not really a gambler. He's not playing with his own money. It's all tournaments and stuff. They're playing as a sport.
That's insane. Didn't anybody tell him the house always wins?
Oh, I did. But this isn't playing poker against the house. It's against other players. There is no house. Believe me, I heard all his justifications. There were plenty.
And even though he's been gone for a couple years, he's never told me why he's really out there. Why wouldn't he tell me?
Because he's a gambler.
Maybe deep down, he's not so proud of it.
Maybe he just didn't want to tell me till after he'd hit it big? So he chose right when Grandma really started getting sick and we moved in to take care of her, to go off and follow his dream? He must really like poker.
He likes it. But I wouldn't say that's the real reason he left. The split came at a really hard time. The theater was doing worse, and I was spending all my time there. Then your grandmother started really declining and needed more and more help. I think when I decided we needed to move in with her, to care for her, well, being a full-time caretaker for his mother-in-law was not something your father ever signed up for. So he left for Nevada. He wanted to stay married. Said we could make it work. But by that time...
It was already over.
Yeah, exactly. I realized that this was a pattern that would never really end.
Oh, it's getting glitchy.
Do you blame me for ending it?
No, I don't.
No, I get it. You needed his support, and he just ran away.
Like a
Kinda
coward.
forced your hand.
Yeah, kind of.
That sucks, Mom. But I do miss him.
Of course she misses him, it's her dad, but
I'm sorry for buying the tickets.
Oh,
I
he's still
should have talked to you
he's a bad
first.
dad for
I
leaving.
guess I thought, I don't know, that Dad, explained everything to me in a way that made sense, and that he was living some great life out there.
no, you shouldn't apologize. I'm sorry I didn't tell you earlier. I guess I was embarrassed. That I would have married such a ding-dong. Professional gambler. I didn't want to have to say it out loud. But I guess you can't keep running away from your problems forever.
Now I have these tickets and I don't know what to do.
I won't go.
I think you should go.
To Reno?
Yeah. I think it would be good for you to hear his side of the story. We may not always get along, but he's not a bad guy. And you guys have a good relationship. You should spend some time with him. I think it'd be good for both of you.
Are you sure, Mom?
Yeah, I'm sure. But it's not over Thanksgiving, right?
Oh God, no. And Miss August mac and cheese? Fat chance. I'm proud of you, Mom.
For what?
What do you mean, for what? You're kick-ass. How many moms would stop packing up their house to drive their daughter all over Michigan to search for a family secret? Or run their own business, run a community theater? That's pretty cool.
All right. Maybe not the brightest idea from a financial perspective, but it is pretty cool. Thanks, honey. That means a lot. And speaking of businesses, that's pretty impressive that you made enough money to buy a plane ticket.
Yeah, it's exciting that people are willing to pay me to design websites.
Well, I've seen what you can do, and you do a great job.
Oh, thanks, Mom.
I'm serious. When I saw your web stuff, I mean, I don't always know what I'm looking at, but I know it looks good.
Thanks.
An artist's eye, just like your grandma.
And my mom. But maybe it skipped over my aunt.
Come on, her painting wasn't that bad.
It's terrifying.
Well, I guess I always imagined that you'd go to Ford like Grandma and me. It's silly, but it's not fair of me. God knows I didn't do everything my mom wanted me to do.
Like doing Kurt. Oh God, not seeing Kurt.
Like seeing Kurt?
Yeah, exactly. Amongst many other things. But yeah, it's hard to let go. To see you as an adult and not just my baby girl.
Mom.
You were so cute back then. Even cuter than now.
Stop.
And you had the biggest head. Everyone said it. Everyone said, that's the baby with the biggest head.
Bowling ball head. The bowling ball baby.
Yep. And it was all your dad. On my side, we all have perfect, tiny little heads. Like golf balls.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think about the whole August thing?
Moving in with her?
Yeah, I guess it's a big decision, moving to Chicago.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly.
Would you want to move in with her?
It does seem like a good choice. At least there's a plan there. They got a home.
It seems like a good choice. Even if it's just for a while, at least we'd have a place to stay.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Are you worried about the theater? Or my school?
These days I'm worried about everything, but I'm confident too. Confident we can figure it out.
Yeah.
We've been through so much this last year. You've been through so much. I have to have faith that we'll continue to make things work.
Yeah. Me too.
I will say, August's house is pretty nice.
Her bathtub is the size of my bedroom.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be worth it for the bathtub alone. We should call August and tell her about all this.
Oh, hey August, guess what? Our dad really is our dad.
You can sleep easy. We're not French-Canadian after all.
Whatever we end up doing, I'm just glad. I'm glad you're with me.
Yeah. Me too.
Okay, I really enjoyed that game. I hope you guys did as well. Apart from like that last little bit where it was glitching like silly. I don't know why it was glitching like that. I think it was like maybe the change in colour. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Thank you all for watching anyway, guys, and I hope to see you all on the next series that we do like this. I'm going to let the credits roll, but I will see you all very, very soon. Anyway, take care, guys.
I can't see no more. I will miss your heart so tender, and I will love this love forever. I don't want to be a bad woman, and I can't stand to see you be a bad man. I'll miss your heart so tender, and I will love this love forever. This is why I am leaving. This is why I can't see no more. This is why I am lying when I say I don't love you no more. 'Cause I want to be a good woman, and I want for you to